I sit here and I listen to music 7 hours a day. And sometimes people come in and buy a record. Sometimes they buy a turntable. But mostly I just listen to music. Yeah.
Hey, Crystal, I was young, I should try.
I'm Mark Browning and I'm the owner of Cosmic Days Vinyl Emporium. My expectations were not high. I never was ambitious in thinking I'm going to start this little record store, then I'm going to get a franchise going and spread it across the country, and it's going to be this big thing, because it's a record store, and it's ultimately that's all it's ever going to be, is a record store. And to me, that's good enough. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else in Sudbury. You know, this is the spot, and I feel like for a business, well, why not? You know, like, it's a record store. You can put a record store almost anywhere. It doesn't really matter. There's something special, I think, about Sudbury that's allowed this record store to work. Like, there's a great arts community here, and it's generally people who are in that community that buy records, that are into music. And I think that people who buy vinyl, in particular, have to be real fans of music. If you're really a fan of music, you tend to want the record. And so I think Sudbury's particular to that, and I think that the record stores kind of fueled it as well. I left for university, like a lot of people do, thinking I got to get out of here. And I went away to London, Ontario, and then I've lived in Vancouver. That was the last spot I landed. And as nice as Vancouver is, it's just not affordable. And so I thought, you know what, Northern Ontario, there's something special about Northern Ontario. It's sort of an undiscovered place that's got a lot more going for it than most people know about. It's sort of a little secret. And so I talked my wife, who wasn't my wife then, but my girlfriend at the time, Jess, to give it a chance. And we've loved it ever since. I've always loved records. Like, I grew up with records, even a little kid. Like, in my family house, my father was in radio in Sudbury. He was at CKSO for years, like from the 50s kind of through the 70s. And the bedroom that I had in the house was doubled as the record library. So there was a whole wall of records in my bedroom from the time I was in there in a crib. So I guess I was surrounded by albums from day one, and then when there's that many records in the room, eventually you're going to start to get interested in them and be curious and start listening to them. So I started to explore them even when I was just, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years old. I was starting to pull them out, and ever since then it's just been something that I've always really kind of treasured, my records, and to me they kind of reflect your whole personal history and the music that you've been into. And it's the kind of thing where you never give away one of your records, you kind of hold on to it because you always have a relationship with it. So I don't know that I ever thought I'd have a record store, but I never would have ever said I will never have a record store, you know.